please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
It's time now to focus on some mid-caps that have been doing quite well lately. GSFC is in focus. There is a buzz that prices of Caprolactam have gone up. Remember, GSFC is the biggest producer of Caprolactam in India. So let's find out from the management themselves. A.M. Tiwari, the managing director of GSFC, joins in now on the phone line. Mr. Tiwari, good morning. Your earnings have been on the, on an uptrend for the last many quarters, and now we hear that Caprolactam prices have improved further. Is that true? What is the price currently, and how much has it gone up?
Yeah, normally the average over benzene, the delta increase is around normally $1,090, Now it has increased to around $1,265 odd US dollar.
Okay.
So it has increased.
Okay, no, you said benzene has increased.
Delta over benzene.
Oh, delta over benzene. So your margin has increased in that case.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you expect it to sustain? What's the trend for the quarter itself?
Yeah, it is increasing, and especially about the shortfall in China. It will keep increasing for some more time.
So it may prevail over $1,200. The delta can prevail at this $1,200, $1,260 for the better part of 2019, you think?
Yeah, we hope so.
Okay, the spread increasing to 1265 is actually much higher than what we saw the last time as well. So what will this do to your margins? You're already sitting on double-digit margins, about 10% as a quarter gone by, as my colleague was mentioning. Over the next few quarters, do you get a sense that, that trajectory could move up further, maybe 12, 13% as well?
Depends on how China and the US, the trade war, etc. goes on. But of late it is, increasing, and GSFC produces around 65,000 tons of caprolactam annually. So you can calculate the delta.
Okay. Why don't you do it for us, sir? What kind of a revenue are you expecting, revenue growth in the current year?
See, revenue growth of GSFC also comes largely from fertilizer segment.
Yes, of course.
Where we have around 65% of our revenue comes from fertilizer. So fertilizer depends on monsoon. So far the forecasts are very good. And we are expecting overall a good profitable year this year.
In fact, you had told us the last time that the government is now picking up as far as releasing subsidies. As of April 2018, what is the subsidy that are receivable? What has come through? Can you give us some numbers?
State government of India issued us some loan at a very nominal interest rate, and that has practically taken care of all the current year shortfall. But there are some past outstanding, some technology-related issues, etc. Those are getting resolved. So this year we got significantly good amount of subsidy cleared by Government of India.
Okay, so let me hone my question. What kind of revenue growth can we expect in the non-fertilizer space?
See, non-fertilizer space, melamine is also doing very well. Right now, the prices are around in the range of $1,500 US, and we are going to commission our third large-scale melamine plant maybe in August or September. So the chemical segment will be doing quite well this year.
All right. Should we overall expect this? Your Q3 run rate was 39–40% revenue growth. Is that maintainable in the fourth quarter, in the first half, in the FY19 quarters?
We are trying. In fact, we are taking a lot of efficiency improvement measures which have helped us in the last year. And this year we're going slightly bigger on this.
Okay.
Then GSFC is one of the largest sulfur-based fertilizer producer. There we are taking a major campaigns.
Okay.
So we are trying aggressively to increase our volume and increase our profitability also.
Okay, let me point it out this way then. Your 9-month EBITDA was about 340 crores, right? We don't still have your fourth quarter. So assuming your run rate is say 500 crore in FY18, how much better can it get in FY19?
Look, we last 2-3 years, because of bad monsoon, the company profitability suffered badly.
Okay.
And then we took that opportunity to tighten our belt, improve efficiency. And in next, at least I can tell you, next 4 years,
okay,
we are aiming at 1,000 crore PBT.
All right.
That's our goal, and we have a big plan in place now.
Fair point. Mr. Tiwari, pleasure speaking with you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us with all those details on GSFC and especially the chemical part. Well, we have to take a break on that note, but up next, we want to remind you of how the government is taking the Reserve Bank's rather strict bad loan resolution rules that came in February. There is an interesting tug-of-war brewing over here. We'll get you more details on the other side. Well, there is a continued decline in share prices, mid-caps and banks. But let's watch out first for some earnings. There is a nifty company, Indiabulls Housing, that will report numbers. And Abhishek is here to tell us what to expect.
Well, Lata, it has been a consistent performer across its results over the last few quarters. So loan growth between 30 to 35% will be positive. Last quarter, it was at 32%. The spread above 3.1% will be positive. Last quarter, it was at 3.22%. Their asset quality has always remained under control. So gross NPA below 0.9% will be positive. Last quarter, it was at 0.77%. Just to highlight, Dhruv Finance has shown a huge disbursement in affordable housing segment. So that also needs to be factored for Indiabulls Housing Finance. Our polls suggest an NII growth of 24.5% and net profit to be around the 1,042 crore mark. So that is also up another 24.5%. Back to you.
Okay, thanks for that. Well, we will be focusing a lot more on Indiabulls Housing now that it's entered into the nifty big company over there. But thanks, Abhishek. Just a day ago, though, the RBI Deputy Governor N.S. Vishwanath had stoutly defended the Reserve Bank's new NPA rules, and now the Power Minister has hit back, calling them impractical. Take a look.
So there's a lot of stress in the power sector. Over 27 projects of thermal power assets and over 16,000 megawatt in the gas sector, and a lot of assets in the hydro sector are part of the stress asset. RBI circular, which has come for one-day default, will lead to resolution. What happens now? Because government is pushing for 30-day for 1 year time before these assets go for NCLT. So what are you doing as a government you are in the power ministry?
So the RBI circular is not workable. If you follow that circular, a large number of additional assets will go into the red. I mean, they will also become sick. This is like driving up somebody who just started sneezing and driving him sick. So this circular needs to be changed. So I'm calling a meeting of the Ministry of Finance, Department of Banking, and the RBI to discuss this. If somebody's payment gets delayed, so if somebody gets a delayed payment from a DISCOM, therefore his payment of installment gets delayed by a day. Under this circular, they'll have to start a resolution process, which is nonsensical. If somebody's as asset goes into this resolution process, then it is expected to be completed in 180 days. It's just impossible. Okay. A resolution process will take at least a year, for it to be a real resolution process. So that 60 days limit is also unworkable. So our view is this, and that if there is a default of 30 days or more, then yes, start the resolution process. If the resolution process starts, then give it time, at least a year, for it to be successful. In 6 months, you can't expect a resolution process to be successful. So this circular is impractical. This needs to be changed.
Well, on this point, I'm completely in favor of what the Reserve Bank is doing. It is not 6 months, sir. These power assets are weak for the last 3 years, and they've been given time to resolve. This is one point where the Reserve Bank should push back and stand its ground. But at the moment, of course, the market is standing with the bears. it's almost 1.5 stocks in the red for 1 in the green.
Yes, and the mid-caps are falling some more now, so down almost 0.5% over there. And it is the bank Nifty that's really dragging its feet. So look at mid-cap banks. Bank of India, Union Bank, Canara Bank, IDBI are all getting thrashed at the moment, all down about 2 to 5%.
All right, we wrap up and it's Chartbusters time.